What up, world? It's your boy Mark Walter Ward, Super Fact Show, Super Fast Network. Today we got with us Ari Da Kid, who just released. I mean, I guess it can't be classic until it's been around for a while, but an outstanding front
Yeah,
to back album, The Shadow and the Shade. How you doing
yeah,
today, brother? Oh, my
good
fault. I'm
man.
sorry. Before anything, I apologize if I call you bro. I see that you don't like that.
Ah, it's all love, my G. It's all love. It's
Nah,
all love.
nah, nah. I'm, I'm
You
I'm just
listen,
fucking with you.
listen,
But my shit be more like a conversation, so we probably gotta jump all over the place, kind of like your album did.
bro.
Um,
So,
so, the first song was the Sopranos, and this don't got shit to do with your music, but just out of curiosity, who's your favorite Sopranos character?
uh, I mean, of course, Tony, but I'm gonna go Paulie and Sil, like the main two right hand men. Like, those my guys.
I fuck with Furio, but I feel you.
Yeah, nah, I mean, all the characters I love, but really, Paulie was that's my guy. Like Paulie, his character really set the tone for me.
Hey, now you definitely picked the right sample. That shit had me laughing like a motherfucker. I remember that shit. Hey, we all
Yeah,
got problems. but
that shit was so. I really felt that scene for real.
word. I mean, in a way, bro, like your whole shit be singles. Like what song ain't a motherfucking single? But
Right.
I kind of sense that you're pretty perceptive, intelligent, all that good shit. And
Yep.
I wonder if when you're doing interviews, podcasts, or whatever, if you kind of get a taste of what the interviewers' music tastes are by the questions they ask you.
Sometimes, yeah. It depends. Yep.
Because I'm sure like some cats might touch on like the Brick Squad shit, or I noticed like I was looking at this old Hip Hop DX feature, and they was fascinated by the Bumpy Knuckles shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. It all depends, man. I done jumped around and I did so much music, bro. It's like it's really surprising where people started listening and what they're actually fans of themselves. So, I always do my music for the people. So I kind of feed off that. You know what I mean? It really counts.
You know, I like what you said about how you don't want to put no labels on your shit because I mean, bro, like for instance on Count Dracula, I don't know if I ever heard nobody rap that way. I don't quite know how to describe it.
Yeah,
And in a way, it was almost like some gangster Tyler the Creator shit, but not at all. If that makes any sense.
right, right.
But if you ever change your name, you could change that shit to Syrie the genre, because like you your own motherfucking genre, brother.
Yeah, I
Like
know.
it ain't one thing I ain't hear you touch in all types of flows, cadences,
Yeah,
singing, and shit. I heard you create that no one else has.
yeah. Nah, that's a fact. I have taken a lot of time to try my best to master so many different genres. I know a lot of people say that they versatile and they may do different things, but I feel like I'm one of the few people in the game. It's not many people that could, and I mean like rap at a high peak level, do an R&B project at a high peak level. I don't think there's many that could do that. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm one of those.
I mean, I feel like you kind of even saw in that shit short though, because when you say rap at a peak level with a disparity of different styles, artists, generations, like it ain't so many people that could do that.
Right.
Like you could be featured on every song on a Wu Tang project and a Brick Squad project. And how many
Yeah.
people could you say that about?
Yeah, not many. I mean, it's only a few that try to do it at a high level and do it well. So I feel like I'm one of those. I feel like I'm one of the slept on underground people that really, jump into that wave. So, I mean, people know how I feel about that. I feel like I'm one of the best for real.
You know, much like yourself, I try to be honest. I'm a confess. I lamed out before that Jadakiss jump. I didn't listen like I should have, and I'm just blown the fuck away. Like I hope I can do an episode down the road when I'm more familiar with your whole body of work, because I was familiar with the Brick Squad shit, and then I mean I just had no idea. Like I'm not even gonna front. Like I'm hearing jumps with you and Lloyd Banks or you and Raekwon, and then jumps with you and Freddie Fox and then singing Jones like I said, like ain't really no point to that. I'm just blown the fuck away, and I can't wait to listen to like the what you got, like 40 projects.
I don't know. I haven't really counted. It's a lot. I have no idea, but it's up there.
Well,
Yeah, it's up there. I done did a lot.
because like one thing I look forward to, bro, you be touching on concepts and the things you be talking about. Like, What made you think of the middleman idea for the song? Because that's brilliant. Because like you right, motherfuckers do always hate the middleman, but I ain't never bought Doritos from Doritos. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah,
bought from 7-Eleven
yeah.
or some shit.
I mean that's really just was my life. Like I felt like I wanted to put some of the ways I hustled on a song, and I felt like there's so many there isn't a record like that. I feel like everybody, they talking about how they did this and had, heavy kilos and all this. And if they did, then they did. If they didn't, they lied, then that's them. But I feel like that was my story. I feel like, and it's a lot of niggas' story that they never really mastered, like the disrespect of the middleman. I feel like goes a long way. And I knew if I broke it down like that and gave a different aspect, it would be, people would look at it like, damn, that's kind of crazy. Like, how people look at it. So I think that concept is underrated, and I wanted to take a different story. I wanted to also tell a story and, break it down real factual so that people would be like, this shit is more relatable than the nigga talking about, yo, I had 100 pounds of this. And nigga, no, you didn't. Stop playing. You know what I mean? And if you did, whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's your business.
Talk, and I hate to keep comparing because like you defy comparison, but it shades of Devin in your music because like you rap about shit I can relate to. Like you had me laughing like shit when you said graphic designers always trying to sell shit in my posts. Like just little observations like that. You know what I'm saying? It's so like real life as opposed to like I ain't never wake up in a Bugatti and you probably ain't gonna sell too much dope on the iPhone. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Facts. Facts. Real talk. Oh, so you definitely dug in and listened like real well.
I mean, I feel like it'd be disrespectful to any musician to, sit here and take up your time and talk about your work and not engage with it the way it deserves to be.
Right. Facts.
You know what I mean? Like what are we even doing here? I mean, what I'm just gonna have some little show where I can try to get clickbait, profit off Black Death, get motherfuckers to say they beefing with each other and ask stupid questions like, what producer would you like to work with?
I mean,
I want my shit to be different. I want my shit to be interesting. Like I want somebody that's a fan of K.R.I.T to listen to this album to be able to come listen to this and hear and find out something different.
I don't want to sound politically correct, but I really work with a guy named Vince's Jag. To me personally, is my favorite producer. You know what I mean? Of course, the legends. You know what I mean? DJ Premier is my favorite producer of all time. But right now, the best dude to me that I've worked with hands on is Vince's Jag. He's the way that people describe me. They don't really know about him like they should, but he could do every genre at a high peak level. You know what I'm saying?
That's what you're talking about on the new Guru and Primo song.
Yup. That's me and him record. So that's who I want to work with. You know what I mean?
And I saw that video that just came out. That shit came out well. You definitely got an eye for the visuals. How involved are you with these treatments? Because you're pretty creative, brother.
Fully hands on, full hands on, 100%.
So, like, out of curiosity, it seems like you're like that with everything. What area of your career would you say you're the least hands on with?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah, I like to be involved with everything. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I like to learn it, know it, and somewhat be in control of it. I think that's super important on the creative process and the business process. I like to be involved with it all.
In life in general, bro, like if you ain't aware of what's going on around you, it's easy to take advantage of it on any aspect, be it paperwork, anything. Yeah, street sense, common sense, all that shit.
Yeah, like 100%.
I hear you talking about basketball a lot, and I could tell from like shout out to the Brandon Roy reference, but the way you be talking, I could tell you clearly played, and I'm curious what kind of game you got. But before you answer, let me guess a few things and tell me if I'm right or not. I got a feeling you can break the press, you can pass good, and and you're a good offensive rebounder.
Yeah, bro. I play ball a lot. I love basketball.
So that being said, what kind of game you got overall? Because like that ain't much of a scouting report.
I think I got an unorthodox game. I'm a trash talker. I play crazy defense. I'm aggressive. I like to go to the basket. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, do you have this started happening to me? It might be because I moved to Tampa around a bunch of white people, and I'm from DC, and then I lived in Houston and in New York where I was playing on real basketball courts. But like I find these youngins, like when you ball, they be calling foul all the time. Like they just soft with it. Like I'm not talking about like running through a pick and running a motherfucker over, but like how you just gotta run through a pick a little bit to try to stay with your man. They'll be like complaining that you're too aggressive, or the worst thing, calling motherfucking travel on a crossover,
Right.
which is some soft ass shit to me.
Right. Facts. Facts.
So you done came across that? You experienced that shit?
Yeah, man. You know, I mean, honestly, bro, basketball. I'm playing in a couple leagues right now that I ended up going back to it because it was something that I was missing in my life, just as far as it being a contact sport and just the team effort. It's a little bit more hands-on than music, you know what I'm saying? So
right,
never gonna let basketball go like I guess some people would, but I just can't.
Nah, I feel you, man. I'm 44, and I still be going outside, shooting J's, see if I can do reverse layups off both feet with both hands, that type shit.
You play ball like where you from?
The DMV, bro. Yeah, I'm from PG County, Forest Heights. I used to be balling with like Steve Francis growing up and shit like that.
Right.
I mean, I don't know if you know, but there's a lot of NBA players that came out of PG County, so you might just be somewhere and see like Jerome Williams, the Junkyard Dog, and then this like they was like in my high school league. Don Reed went to Georgetown, played in the NBA. Othello Harrington, you catch him shit like that. I mean, I'm sure you heard about DC basketball.
No, it's real out there for sure. That's what's up.
Yeah, you know that park Kevin Durant went to in the hood in Barry Farms. They made a big deal about that during the lockout.
Nah, I didn't see it, but I know KD from the DMV and all that, right?
Yeah, he from like Andrews Air Force Base, like where he's at. It's a little different than where I'm at, because where I was at was like right on the DC line. But that little hood shit he went to, Barry Farms, that used to be like the park I would walk to and play at if I didn't play in my neighborhood.
That's crazy. That's what's up.
Oh yeah, bro. I didn't. To be honest with you, I didn't much be around other white people until I went to a black college, square business.
Right.
Or to be real with you, the most white people before Tampa I ever been around was being in prison, federal prison. All them like Aryan motherfuckers or white crime motherfuckers. but I mean that's a whole nother level of life. Hey, just out of curiosity, are you familiar with The Man in the Arena?
No, what's that?
It's either a poem or a saying, but it's basically the gist of it is never judge a man that tries, because at least he had enough heart to get into the arena. And if you're sitting in the seats watching, you shouldn't say shit. But it's way deeper than that and profound and all that type shit. But
is that broken down into a book or no?
No, it's like some like 8-sentence shit. It might be like from a president's speech. If you look up Man in the Arena, you'll find it real fast. But the reason I asked that, like, your album kind of made me think that, because like I appreciate how you ain't afraid to get on the track with no one, like Raekwon, Lloyd Banks, or people that might not be like, it didn't matter about status. Like you just be getting on shit with spitters, Mickey Fax, J.R.I.T.
Right.
And then like reading your interviews, your attitude towards battle rap and competition, I just appreciate how you're willing to put yourself out there. And I think these days we lose a lot of great music because artists are afraid to be quote unquote competitive.
Yeah, I mean it's always gonna be like that, bro. It's worse than boxing. You know how boxers dodge in front on each other and blame it on a promoter. That's kind of why I started playing basketball again, man. It was like you don't got no choice but to match up and play each other in this tournament. And, so I mean, with the music, that's why I wanted to spar with some of the greats. I mean, Ransom, Jadakiss, Lloyd Banks, Mickey Fax, you know what I mean? Saha the Prince, T.I. Like, I wanted to get in there with the best.
Big K.R.I.T.
Big K.R.I.T. Like, these guys, to me, are some of the greatest to do it. And I thought that was super important, man, that we get on these records and we kind of combine it and make it what it is. I want to be the best. Like I talk to people about that all the time. I'm not on a record I know what you're going to bring. And I want you to know that I'm going to bring it too. I want to bring the best out of people. So I think that's what it's all about.
Or like, to speaking to that, man, that J.R.I.T. song, I mean, hey, he motherfucking killed that feature. But the shit you were saying on your verse, man, that's some super solid shit. Like I need a friend like you. You know what I'm saying?
hey, it's all true story too, big dog. All of it, like all of it.
Shit, I believe it. And I heard on another joint, you said you a Dipset affiliate. Obviously, you can tell, you can't see my background from my shirt. I'm a humongous Dipset fan. What's your history with Dipset?
I always say, like, I feel like I'm a Dipset affiliate or Wu-Tang affiliate, or because I'm so like bruh, Wu-Tang, Dipset. I had all the mixtapes, all the albums. I'm talking about, like, when people talk about Wu-Tang, it ain't just Wu-Tang forever. It's
Right.
I got Shaheem. I had Shaheem album. I had Sons of Man album.
Me too. The Shaheem with Big L on it.
Fire.
The Fight
Fire.
Classic. Yes.
Like I had the Swarm. Like, people don't know that green yellow album with all the bees on it. That scary ass album cover. Like, I went that far back with those things. When it come to Dipset, like, I'm one of the few that was upset that K.R.I.T and Hell Rail wasn't on Versus. Like, that's how deep I go back with Dipset.
Hey, I got some good news for you, Dan. Hey, you know your man Just Rich Gates is releasing a Prospect Pens project on JC Records.
Yeah. Salute to him. He one of the few niggas that, you know what I mean, booked me and Dunk out there. And
I was gonna ask you about that.
Yeah,
once we get done with the Dipset, because I asked him before the show what's something to ask you about, and he told me about that. But let's finish the Dipset jump, because that's a pretty legendary story.
Yeah, facts. Yeah, but yeah, I just grew up listening to Dipset so much. That's why I said Dipset affiliate. I'm still calling Cam Killer. Like, just me paying that homage to how much they influenced me and how much of a fan I was of what Cam was doing, not just on wax but off, like from Paid in Full acting and to all the way to just how he talked and moved and dressed and big ass pink mink in the summertime. Like, that shit was just
Count Money on the Rap City freestyle.
Yeah, man, he like just got his own little, you know what I mean, swag. So I thought that was official. You know what I mean?
Yeah, nah, I totally motherfucking agree. So shit, since you let me right down that road, so you remember that a show in Stevens, South Carolina, outside of Charleston, when you was with Dirt Gang, Slim Dunkin, and Just Rich Gates?
What, say it again?
Do you remember a show you had with Dirt Gang, you know, with Dunk and Just Rich Gates, and y'all was in Stevens, a town just outside of Charleston, South Carolina, and some people at the bar was hating on Dirt Gang, and y'all had to fight your way out of there?
Yeah, I think I remember that. I think Dunk hit somebody.
Yeah,
he hit somebody. It was so many fights, bro. I couldn't even, like, just pinpoint one fight. Wouldn't even do it. But I remember Dunk hit somebody first. He did that about 3-4 times on some of them shows that I was with him on, especially in the Carolinas. Like, it was always a brawl from somebody that like bumped into him, or, you know what I mean, just looked at him sideways. It went down for sure, and we had to get the fuck up out of there.
Well, they said in that joint y'all had to fight your way out, and you was the last man out the door with your back. That was like you know, like kind of like with the come on, like if anyone else, and like they gave you like that look, and that was the end of it. And then y'all rolled out.
Probably, you know what I'm saying? Probably. Luckily, I ain't never get shot, or nobody caught me slipping or jumping. Like, none of that. I ain't never really dealt with nobody catching me slipping. We was always kind of a little bit, but God bless us being able to get out of all them situations like that.
Word. Like you know, I mean, well, I know you got kids because you champion the single father so well, but you know, I got kids now. Some of them hitting 18, and man, I be looking at them like, man, if they did the shit I did, I'd be scared as a motherfucker.
Right.
Like I couldn't even begin to imagine that shit.
Facts.
And then, you know, finally, before we drop your socials, and please stay on after this for a minute. What other than promoting this album, what can we expect from you coming forward?
I'm about to drop the deluxe album, bro. I'm gonna be doing a couple shows in some other major cities. I just did a joint in Atlanta. Packed it out, man. Benny the Butcher came out and shit, so I'm about to be doing a couple shows. But really, bro, I'm just focused on the music. I ain't doing no clout wild shit. I'm about to do a couple more live freestyles on these platforms just to show that I'm the best. So everybody just stay tuned, man. New music coming soon. Follow my platform, Ari Da Kid, SYARIDAKID. And let's go crazy. You know what I mean?
No doubt. Super Fact Show. Thank you for your time, man.
Already, brother. Peace, man.